What's up, guys? It's John Hamilton here with Sports Lounge Media Bets, or SLM Bets. This is powered and sponsored by the Mogul brand. Guys, please make sure you subscribe, click, share, spread all the love. Sports Lounge Media is going to take you over by storm. This is going to be a huge week for betting and the NFL league, guys. So please pay attention. Let's lock in. Let's get this started. And here we go. All right, so just starting off, big topic across the league. They tried banning the Tush push. It didn't get approved. They're still going to do it. Who's the strongest in the league with the Tush push? That is going to be the Eagles over in Philadelphia. So there's a hot take with Vegas right now for betting on the Eagles with the Tush push. Guess what the over-under is? They have Mr. Hardware himself, Jalen Hurts, with the Tush push over under at a 12.5. It is insane to think that he is going to get 12.5 rushing touchdowns in the season. Now let's talk about the reasons why. All right, we have a brand new offensive coordinator in Philadelphia, Kevin. Mr. Kevin, hey man, what are you going to do with that offense? Well, there's a lot There's a lot to think about with that new offense. Okay, are they going to run Saquon Barkley the same that they did last year? Are we going to see more of the passing? Well, all of this is determined by what Vegas thinks that they're going to have spread out. Vegas has Jalen Hurts throwing for an average of 3,200 yards at a negative 110, meaning it is very likely that Jalen Hurts is going to hit that 3,200 passing yard threshold. This means more action for A.J. Brown. This means more action for the rest of the wide receiver core, maybe a little love in the tight end action. But what I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely safe to say that I would put Jalen Hurts more focused on the passing in the pocket. The 12.5 rushing touchdowns, probably not going to happen. In my honest opinion, I have it safely betting on the under. The under is going to provide you a plus 195. Now, this can change throughout this season. This is still a future bet that you can go on. You can go bet at DraftKings or any of your other performed sports betting applications or casinos. Please always remember to bet responsibly when you are betting. You definitely want to make sure. Do we have someone? Oh, hey, we got some other people here. Hey, what's up, Kraft? Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up, Zach? So yes, Tush push over under. I have the under on this particular formatted setup. Now, Vegas has Jalen Hurts at the 12.5. I have the under. We want to see him produce more in the passing. We want to see him use Saquon Barkley a little bit less. Will this solidify him more as a quarterback too? This is also going to help out a lot of future prop bets that I would recommend you guys focusing on and listening here with Sports Lounge Media. Now, we have a few things to talk about. We have the Eagles already taking the division, which is going to be pretty huge. We also have some other teams that are going to take the divisions. We do have safely betting the Lions. However, I could see a step up with the Vikings, but I'm going to take the Detroit Lions with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm also going to be taking the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a very, very safe bet. It's interesting enough. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. All right. Well, we just got new information that the Eagles taking the division has lowered by a less than 100 from the negative 330 to the negative 330 to the negative 230. This is meaning that they're probably likely to maybe win a little bit less. Is that because Dallas is going to step up their game? We don't know. I mean, George Pickens adding to the wide receiver core is pretty interesting, but I'm excited to see what they do with that offense. So, hey, speaking of which, Kevin Patullo calling me right now. Oh, hey, what's up, Kevin? Yeah. Oh, you are Jalen Hurts passing more in the pocket. Okay, wonderful. Use him in the rush? Not as much. Okay. If you had to guess how many touchdowns he's going to have in the season, Kevin Patullo, by the way. If we're going to guess, how many do we have? Oh, we have him at 9. That's wonderful because Vegas has him at 12.5. So we're going to take the under. Thanks, Kevin. I hope you have a great day. Hey, Kevin, guys. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, great friend. Don't even know him that well, but Kevin Patullo just called me and let me know Jalen Hurts is going to go under the 12.5 on the rushing touchdowns for the season. Now, this doesn't mean that Jalen Hurts can't go and do something extravagant for us. It doesn't mean that he couldn't ruin our bet, but I have him at a 12.5 and under. And I think it's a safe bet. Guys, it's an easy way to make money. Nothing is guaranteed. Always bet with what you guys feel comfortable with. If you guys have any issues, there's always a gambling anonymous hotline that you can Google and call. Always recommend that. But nonetheless, I feel like this is a very safe bet. Having a new offensive coordinator come into the Philadelphia Eagles, switching up the plays, they're probably not going to run the same stuff back and forth. I do see Saquon having a great year again. I do see the wide receiver core with A.J. Brown really getting a lot more utilization in the offense. Vegas again has Jalen Hurts throwing for 3,200 at a negative 110. What that means, guys, is on a negative 110, if you were to bet $100, you're going to get $90 of your plus bet if it hits. So that means you would walk away with a total of 190. It is a very, very reasonable bet. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah, let me put you guys in the overlay here so you guys can see your comments here. Wonderful. Now, I want you guys to really focus on this, okay? We just had Kevin Patullo call us here live on stream, and he's a pretty adamant guy. Guess what? We still have him on the phone. Kevin, hey, again, tell the people. Yes, that's right. Jalen Hurts is not going to rush over 12.5 rushing touchdowns for the season. Love it. Hey, Kevin, I started to leave you on the phone. Got to go, man. Got to show. All right, so Kevin Patullo even says that under 12.5 is a safe bet. It's an easy way to win some money. Nothing is guaranteed, but I would personally feel comfortable betting on this, along with the Philadelphia Eagles taking that division. You parlay those together, guys, for the entire season, since these are future bets. This is not something you get paid on week one. This is going to be at the end of the season. Regular season, I feel comfortable with the new offensive coordinator coming in. Nick Sirianni hired him. I think they're going to want to switch up some stuff. Vegas has, again, Jalen Hurts passing for roughly around 3,200 for the season. This is interesting for me to believe in because I don't see the same Eagles offense. I see the same Eagles defense, even maybe more of a step up, if I'm being honest with you. But I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to excel in the pass game. I think they're going to reestablish some new plays in the playbook. And I think this is going to be a new developed team. I think it'll be stronger. And worse comes to worse, it's not like Nick Sirianni can't go back, take that old playbook, and establish it with Kevin Patullo and say, hey, man, this is what I want to run for the rest of the season. It was successful for us last year. Let's just do what we do best. I think that's going to be my hot take for this one. Now, guys, let's talk about futures with players. So there's been a little bit of legal issue over in the Cleveland Browns. Does that mean Jerry Jeudy is going to get more play? Does that mean that they're going to struggle offensively? Does this mean that they're solidifying their spot in the AFC North as the fourth place team? I personally think the top three are going to be the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Steelers. Steelers definitely stepping up defensively. However, I still think the Ravens are the clear-cut division winner. So, parlays, guys. Think about parlay futures. Each week, we're going to get into the money line picks. But for this particular parlay, what I want you to do, since we just talked about the tush push, okay, we're going to put Jalen Hurts under the 12.5, which is insane that Vegas even thinks that he's going to get the 12.5. I think last year was a phenomenal breakout year. I think Saquon allowed a lot of leaving Jalen Hurts to kind of make his option in the pocket to get that rush. 11 of those touchdowns, 8 of them were in the red zone territory for Jalen Hurts, which is easy to say that he's got quick legs as a quarterback. Again, I think he's going to be utilized more in the pass game this year, which is going to be great for his wide receiver core and great for fantasy. So betting, yes, under the 12.5 rushing touchdowns. Now, passing yards. Let's talk about this. If you wanted to parlay, Vegas has him going for 3,200. Okay. So they upped his rushing touchdowns projection and they upped his passing yard. So we're going to see a lot more out of the offense this year. I feel like it's a reasonable amount for Jalen Hurts to get that 3,200. He has a phenomenal wide receiver core. He has a brand new offense that is going to be reestablishing him and his success and making sure that he's able to do what he needs to do in the pocket. I would feel uncomfortable telling you to bet on the under or over on the 3,200 yards. I think that's pretty peak of what he's going to be doing for next season. I would stay away from that. Under on the rushing touchdowns, again, taking the Philadelphia Eagles with the division winners. I think it's a clear cut for them. Until someone can take them out of the swing, the only team I could see in that division even doing so regular season would be the Cowboys. I still think there's a lot of new development in the Cowboys franchise for them to just come in and say, we're going to take it. I do think the Commanders are going to have a pretty successful year. I don't see them overtaking the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we saw a pretty strong team already with the Commanders, but I don't see them taking that hump over the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, so Philadelphia Eagles division winner. Jalen Hurts not rushing for over 12.5. I would take the under. And then I would take the Ravens in that division. Again, yes, you could switch that out for the Bills, the Buffalo Bills. I don't see Tua and I don't see Drake May stepping up to that threshold to where the Bills are. I do see a huge leap for the Patriots. I see a huge leap for the Miami Dolphins, but I think the Bills are a safe bet. You parlay all that together. Now let's do some math, guys, because math is my favorite thing. I'm a very analytical guy. Okay, that's who I am as a person. I love analytics. Numbers make me excited. It's a part of betting too. So let's just go into this, right? Let's go into the division winner. Okay, we're going to take, let's just say we're going to take the Buffalo Bills. They're at a negative 280. You pair that up with, let's say, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're at a negative 130. So even Vegas has both those teams projected to win. That already puts us at a plus 140. Now let's go over into player specials. Player specials. This is going to be a fun one. So we're going to go into rushing TDs. Bijan, Bucky, Derek, Jamar Gibbs, all these guys. There's so many that you can take, and we're going to get into it more in the season. It's going to be a fun season for betting, guys. All right, here we go. So we got Jalen Hurts. So we're going to take the under. Now, it is actually moved. It's at a negative 115. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take a look at this. We're going to put 100 in, and we're going to see this. Wow, this is amazing, guys. So this is going to put us at a plus 399, which is insane. So $100 is going to pay out for, let me turn on the screen lighting here. My apologies. This is going to put us at a total of $499.58 and a payout, meaning a plus 399. That's going to be really, really strong and really, really good. I feel like that's a very safe bet for you guys. Now, again, please don't bet anything you don't have. If you feel like you are continuously gambling and you're kind of feeling stuck in that hole, please call the 1-800 anonymous hotline for gambling. Let them help you. It is okay to reach out for help. Now, everything that I'm saying is not guaranteed. It is a safe bet. Last year, I was 86% on all of my bets for NFL lines, and I did really, really well. And I want you guys to do well. So what I would recommend doing is making sure that you're subscribing to the Sports Lounge Media. You guys follow all of our content, not just myself at SLM Bets. You guys follow every other show that we have here. We have great shows, great inside information. We have one of the best fantasy football guys. We have some of the best Philadelphia Eagle fans to talk about their talk. We have Pat's talk with the Patriots, and we have so many other great shows and hosts to have on here. Now, let's talk about some of the comment section here. Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. You know, that seems to be the ongoing trend. Now, let's see what, just for fun, right? Just for fun. Let's say that you're right, Zeke. Am I saying that right? Let's clear this future bet here that we have with the sports book here. And we're going to go see what the odds of the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl are. It's pretty interesting to kind of look at this. So you can go into any app that you have. You can go into your casino. You can bet however you'd like, okay? Now, let's take a look. Let's see. NFL. Guys, I'm excited. 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. Isn't that fun? All right, let's see. We're going to go into, let's just say the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. Not likely, it looks like. We're scrolling down. Oh, plus 5,000. Now, the Eagles are the favorites to win, and that's how it should be with Vegas betting. If you won the Super Bowl and you go into the next year, you should be the favorite to win. Now, Philadelphia Eagles are a plus 650. That's a pretty safe bet, right? I do feel like the Eagles probably have the best bet to win or at least go back. The Bills are right there at a plus 650, and so are the Ravens at a plus 650. You have some pretty dominant teams right there. Okay. But Cowboys are a plus 5,000. Okay. I think that would be an interesting bet. So that means if you were to bet $100, okay, or whatever you want, at a plus $4, you get your initial bet back plus the payout, right? That's a pretty unlikely bet. The reason that it's such a high payout is because even Vegas thinks that's going to be a little bit of a stretch. Now, anything can happen, right? Anything in the NFL can happen. Brock Purdy could be MVP, Super Bowl winner, 5-time Super Bowl champion in a row. Probably not going to happen. I would love to see it because I'm a 49er fan. However, probably not going to happen. We'll see. Now, hey, Sarai, welcome in. So the Colts, go Colts. Yeah. What does Vegas have the Colts at? What does Vegas have the Colts at? They're pretty low. They're at a plus 12,000. So $100 would pay out 12,000. It's not going to be likely. I think that quarterback situation is going to be interesting with who's going to get the starting job with AR and Danny Dimes. Both are comparable in their gameplay. I think Danny Dimes has a little bit more experience, but we just got off the phone with Kevin Patullo, and Kevin Patullo says that he does not think Jalen Hurts is going to rush for 12.5. A new offensive coordinator, a new playbook. I don't see that Philadelphia Eagles are going to have the same exact offense that they did. I think they're going to be more productive in the passing game and less utilization in the run game. They're still going to be a dominant run-heavy team. But I don't think that we're going to see Jalen Hurts. Again, 8 of those 11 touchdowns were in the red zone territory. He still did it. He still did a great job. A lot of this comes under the Tush push, which I think is a very successful and should not be banned. If it's something good and it works for a team, why ban it, right? So, again, take the under on a 12.5. You want to take the under. It's too safe not to, right? Jalen Hurts, if he goes over, good for him. And go Eagles, they can win another Super Bowl. Good job. But it's safe to take the under. Last year he did 11, and we're going to see more producing. You have to look at the numbers, guys. The numbers Vegas is saying is that he's going to throw for more than he did last year. Last year he was at 2,908 yards passing. They have him projected to go 3,200. If he's going to pass the ball more, it probably means that he's not going to run for touchdowns as much. It doesn't mean it can't happen, but it's a likelihood. It contradicts itself, right? Vegas upped his rushing touchdowns and they upped his passing. I don't see both of those hitting. I would take the under on the 12.5. And I would stay away from betting above or below on the over-under on 3,200. I think that's going to be right where he's going to be this season. They're still going to get the job done. They're still going to get wins. I still have Philadelphia taking the division. Again, parlay the under on the 12.5. Parlay the Philadelphia Eagles taking the division win. And then you can take other teams to make it even more multiplied by taking like the Bills for the division winner or the Ravens or whoever you think. Now, that's only going to multiply your initial bet. The more you have on a parlay, the more you're going to get paid out, but the less likely it's going to hit. Because one thing can mess it up. You could hit 18 things and one thing mess it up and you do not get paid. What about the Broncos? I personally think the Broncos, no one else, I think the Broncos are going to take the AFC West. I'm not necessarily saying that the Kansas City Chiefs aren't good. They are very good. They are the team to beat in the NFL on the AFC side of the ball. However, AFC teams are getting better. That division is the most stacked division besides the NFC North. You have the Chargers. You have the Raiders with Pete Carroll that knows exactly how to put a team together with some of the best key players like Max Crosby, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, if he doesn't fumble the ball. Geno Smith may not be the best quarterback, but he's experienced. under Pete Carroll as well. I think that we're going to see some new establishment in there. And I think the team that has put together the most pieces is the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos is a phenomenal team. Am I parlaying that? Sure. For fun, do I think that that parlay is going to hit with all the other division winners? No, but I have a very strong parlay pick, and I want you guys to subscribe to our new subscription service that we're going to have soon on sportsloungemedia.com. It is the best place for all of your insider information for sports and all sports. And I want you guys to go check it out. Definitely follow all the other shows that we have here. They're some of the best shows you guys can watch. And I'm telling you guys, Sports Lounge Media is going to excel faster than you guys can even blink an eye this season. How do you feel about JJ McCarthy? Okay, so how I feel about the franchise is how I would ask that question. You have the Vikings, some of the best developing quarterback coaches under that franchise. They had Sam Darnold. They had him produce a great season. And sure, he didn't do well in the playoffs, but was that him? Was the O-line the issue? Well, they established the O-line, and they're definitely not going to bank all of their money on putting a QB1 that has barely taken a snap, JJ McCarthy, if they did not think he's going to produce the numbers and do what he needs to do in that position. I think he's really good at reading a playbook. He's also a really good reader in the secondary. I think that we are going to see JJ McCarthy perform. How well? I don't know, but he has an insane good wide receiver core. He has a great head coach, and they have a great pass rush. So I'm pretty strong with JJ McCarthy performing. He just needs to essentially get the ball in a 5-yard vicinity for Justin Jefferson to do well. Now, speaking of which, Justin Jefferson, guys, I have a beautiful rookie red, white, and blue PSA 9 Justin Jefferson with the yellow cleats that Sports Lounge Media is going to be doing a free giveaway. Once we hit our first 1,000 subscribers, we're about 15% of the way there, but we're going to get there quickly. I'm going to be giving this away, and I'm also going to be giving away 2 free tickets. Me personally, I'm going to be giving away 2 free tickets to whatever team that you guys want to see in regular season. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to buy you and someone else regular season tickets so you can go see your football team, and I'm going to be giving away a rookie Justin Jefferson slab. What do you think about the 49ers? Can Brock Purdy do it? I think this is an interesting question. I think Brock Purdy brings a lot into the format, especially for betting, guys. So they have Brock Purdy throwing for over 3,150 yards with a 69% QBR rating. I think it's interesting to think that with who they have in the wide receiver core. Now, I'm not saying they have a bum wide receiver core. I think they have a mid-road wide receiver core. I think they're doing a phenomenal job with who they're picking up. Brock Purdy is a phenomenal quarterback. Rookie year, took to the NFC Championship game. Next year, after the ACL tear in his arm, or MCL tear in his arm, he went to the Super Bowl. Now, I think, is he our guy? Yeah, I think he is the absolute best option the 49ers have, and I think that he's proven himself pretty successful, right? Now, is the issue under the lights Brock Purdy? Is it the defense that's been injured? Or is it the head coaching with Kyle Shanahan? Maybe it's all put together, right? But I think that Brock Purdy is that guy. I think we have the easiest schedule. I am a 49er fan. I think we have the easy schedule in the NFL. I think everyone knows that. That's going to be played to our benefit with a lot of new people coming in and a lot of people getting healthy once more. So I think that's really, really awesome. I think Brock Purdy has more experience now. I think he's more poised. He's very calm, cool, and collected. He doesn't bring any drama to the table, which is a really good thing as a QB to do for a locker room presence. I think he's going to be performing pretty well this year. Yeah. What about Caleb and the Bears? Is he going to be a bust? You know, I have some interesting takes on this. I would bet on this future, and I promise you, it's probably one of my safest bets. It's not a guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee with betting, right? That's why they call it betting. This is probably one of my safest takes. If Caleb Williams stays healthy, okay, that's going to be a big if, and I have a lot of reasons why we could talk about later. Caleb Williams will be the first quarterback in Bears franchise history to throw over 4,000 yards. Very first time the Bears have ever had a quarterback do that. It will be with Caleb Williams this year. He has an insanely good wide receiver core. rookie wide receiver core at that with Rome Odunze. I think Rome Odunze, seeing him play in person at University of Washington, I think he is a phenomenal wide receiver. He opens himself up in space. And Caleb Williams is a pretty good on his feet. When he played at USC, you could see a lot of his highlights. I think we're going to see a great coach with Ben come in and develop him even more. They've reestablished the offensive line. I think a new playbook is exactly what they needed. I think him holding on to the ball and him getting sacked as much as he did had a lot to do with the playbook that they were offering Caleb Williams. I don't think it matched. Brock Purdy is mid. I mean, we are absolutely all entitled to our own opinions. I think Brock Purdy is amazing in my eyes. I think he provided the highest QBR rating in 49ers franchise. He is the only rookie to have ever beat Tom Brady as a rookie, and he's taken us to 2 NFC championship games and a Super Bowl. I think he does pretty well with what he's been given. Rome is a stud. I agree. Rome, Keon Coleman, Malik Neighbors. You're going to see a lot of these, Ladd McConkey. You're going to see a lot of these rookie wide receivers perform and excel. I really do. I think you're going to see a lot of these guys excel. There's a lot of these bets that you can place. Now, a fun bet you can do for a low $5. And I want to let you guys know this. This is an unlikely bet to pay out, but for $5, it's a really good bet. What I would recommend doing is go into your betting app or your local casino where you can bet in person. Bet $5. You pick 5 rookie wide receivers out of this draft to go over 1,000 yards each in a total of 5,000 yards. You have an insane payout. It is a plus 32,000 payout. You can win some insane money just by betting on 5 rookie wide receivers to break 1,000 yards. Last year we had, who was it? It was Ladd McConkey, Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers was one of them. Some pretty I'm pretty biased on Niners. Hey, that's totally okay. We accept all takes. I love the Niners, but I'm a pretty open sports fan for everything across the board. Like, I think the Cowboys are actually going to do pretty well this year. I don't know about playoffs. I think there's a lot of step-up teams in the NFC that are going to do really well. But yeah, there's a lot of future bets, guys. Again, the highlight and the focus of this show just before I hop off, I do want to reiterate